Our brains love rewards. They are wired to seek out experiences that make us feel good. When we do something pleasurable, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter that makes us feel good. This chemical reaction reinforces the behavior, encouraging us to repeat it. It's the same chemical rush we experience after a delicious meal, a good laugh, or achieving a goal. These moments of joy are all linked to dopamine. Dopamine is essential for survival. It plays a crucial role in motivating us to pursue activities that are vital for our well-being. It motivates us to seek out food, water, and social connection, crucial elements for our well-being. Without dopamine, we would lack the drive to fulfill these basic needs. In the past, these rewards were scarce, so our brains evolved to seek them out diligently. This ensured our ancestors' survival in challenging environments. Today, we live in a world of abundant rewards. Modern life offers a plethora of opportunities to experience pleasure and satisfaction. We have constant access to delicious food, entertaining content, and social interaction at our fingertips. This easy access can be both a blessing and a challenge. This abundance can create a tricky situation for our brains. With so many options, it can be overwhelming to choose what to focus on. The constant availability of easy rewards can hijack our brain's reward system, making it harder to find motivation for tasks that don't offer immediate gratification. This can lead to procrastination and decreased productivity. In the 1970s, a landmark study called Rat Park provided fascinating insights into addiction and motivation. This groundbreaking research challenged the prevailing notions about the causes of addiction. Scientists created two environments for rats, one plain and isolated, the other a stimulating rat park with social interaction, toys, and ample food. The contrast between these environments was stark and intentional. Both environments had two water bottles, one plain water, the other laced with morphine. This setup was designed to test the impact of environment on drug consumption. Isolated rats quickly developed a preference for the drug-laced water. Their lack of stimulation and social interaction made the drug water more appealing. In contrast, rats in Rat Park rarely touched the morphine water, opting instead for the natural rewards of their environment. The social and stimulating setting provided them with healthier alternatives. This study highlights a crucial point. Our environment significantly influences our choices. The availability of stimulating and healthy options can steer us away from harmful behaviors. When surrounded by readily available, highly stimulating rewards, we become more susceptible to addiction and lose interest in healthier alternatives. This underscores the importance of creating environments that promote well-being and healthy choices. Our modern world is like a giant rat park, filled with readily available dopamine hits constantly vying for our attention. Social media platforms, video games, and streaming services are engineered to keep us hooked with endless streams of stimulating content designed to be irresistible. Each notification, like, and comment triggers a surge of dopamine, reinforcing the habit of constantly checking our devices. Video games offer captivating narratives, exciting challenges, and instant rewards for our actions, making them hard to resist. These activities provide immediate gratification, making them incredibly alluring and difficult to put down. However, the constant bombardment of these high dopamine activities can rewire our brains, making it challenging to focus on tasks that require sustained effort but offer delayed rewards, like studying or working. Section 4. Dopamine tolerance, why simple things lose their appeal. Imagine a world where you only dined at the fanciest restaurants, indulging in the most exquisite and flavorful dishes every day. Over time, your taste buds would become accustomed to this level of culinary extravagance. Now imagine having to eat a simple meal of plain rice. It would likely seem bland and unappetizing even though it's perfectly nutritious. This is similar to what happens with dopamine. When we constantly bombard our brains with high dopamine activities, we develop a tolerance. Everyday activities like reading, studying, or working on long-term goals start to feel less appealing because they don't provide the same intense dopamine rush. Section 5. Resetting your brain, the power of a dopamine detox. A dopamine detox is like hitting the reset button on your brain's reward system. It involves temporarily abstaining from activities that trigger high dopamine release, allowing your brain to regain sensitivity to more subtle, natural rewards. Think of it as a way to recalibrate your dopamine receptors and break free from the constant craving for instant gratification. By consciously reducing your exposure to these highly stimulating activities, you can regain control over your focus and motivation. A dopamine detox is not about deprivation, but rather about rediscovering the joy in simpler things and finding sustainable sources of motivation. Section 6. Practical steps to detox and reclaim your focus. A full-day dopamine detox can be a powerful way to jumpstart your journey to reclaiming your focus. Unplug from technology. Disconnect from all devices for an entire day. Engage in low dopamine activities. Read a book, take a walk in nature, meditate, or spend time with loved ones. Resist the urge to check. The first few hours will be the hardest, but it gets easier. For long-term change, gradually reduce high dopamine activities. Set daily limits. Use app timers to restrict social media and gaming. Create tech-free zones. Make your bedroom and dining table device-free zones. Schedule specific times. Allow yourself controlled periods for enjoyable activities. Section 7. Dopamine as fuel, using rewards to achieve your goals. Remember, dopamine is not the enemy. It's a natural chemical in our brain that can be a powerful ally. It's a powerful motivator when harnessed effectively. When used correctly, it can drive us to achieve great things. Instead of letting high dopamine activities control you, use them strategically as rewards for completing productive tasks. This way, you can stay focused and motivated. Work before play. Complete a challenging work task before indulging in social media or gaming. This ensures that your productivity remains high. Reward progress, not just completion. Break down large goals into smaller milestones and celebrate each step with a dopamine-boosting activity. This keeps you motivated throughout the journey. Delay gratification. Resist the urge for instant gratification and savor the feeling of accomplishment after completing a challenging task. This builds discipline and resilience. By using dopamine consciously, you can leverage its power to fuel your long-term growth and achieve your goals. It's about making dopamine work for you. Remember, you are in control of your dopamine, not the other way around. Take charge and use it to your advantage.